Record to computer.
Thank you.
There we go. Who we got? Hey, Bev. Hey, Julie. Hey, Scott.
Hello.
Hey, Marcella, all the way from Italy. How you doing? Well done. We get the time zone right. Hey, Mary. Hey, Barry. Hey, Emma.
Hi.
Kat and Dan. Helen Green.
Hey.
Fresh off an appointment.
Whoop, whoop.
Julie Moy bringing joy. Laura's there.
Mm.
Alan's there. Nikki's there. Louise Julep is there. Tom Bassett. Hey, Tom. Georgie. Jubbly. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name quite right. Marina Hopkins. We'll hang on here for a couple of minutes because lots more people are joining the call. And the time is now 1 minute past 8. At 3 minutes past, we'll get cracking. Uh, who on the call's had a good day today?
Whoop, whoop.
It doesn't have to be business. It could be a good. I mean, I have a good day every day. I'm waking up on the right side of the grass. I'm having a good day.
I'm
Yeah.
stuck in a lay-by for 6 hours.
Oh, no.
Car broke
Oh,
down. Car
Nobody
broke down
cares.
on the A38. So if I look a bit red-faced, it's because I've been sun-kissed and wind-kissed.
Nobody cares, Scott. Just bring the. Hey, did someone come and rescue you? Did you get someone's number?
It was an AA man. I was talking to him in the recovery truck,
There we go. Every
but
cloud has a silver lining.
he,
Yeah.
he he wasn't having any of it.
You wouldn't want him in your team anyway, so you dodged a bullet.
He's got the wrong colour vehicle anyway.
Fantastic. So who on the call? Time is now 8 o'clock on the 22nd. Who on the call's gathered the customers so far this week?
Yep.
Look at that. Fantastic. Well done. Probably more important question is who's done some activity, who's made a call, who's sent a message, who's done some neighbour letters, who's followed up some old stuff.
Me. Loads.
Yep.
Loads. Done all of that. Yeah.
That's the key. The
Yeah. I've got an
activity.
appointment for tomorrow and one on Saturday and one in May. But yeah, lots of that.
The important stuff is what we do, the activity. Falling in love with and marrying the process. Just follow the divorce the outcome. If you get the customer, great. If you don't, but just do the activity, do the activity, do the activity, and then the good stuff comes. Barry Richardson's raised his hand. Yes, Barry.
No, that was to say I've done some activity, sir.
Oh, okay. That's good. Or you'd have been in detention and got the
Yeah,
cane.
absolutely.
Fantastic. Right, there we are. 3 minutes past. I'm going to screen share, and figure out how to shrink that down. First things first, I'm going to pop those lovely faces down the bottom. Get rid of that, whatever that is. Make this big. Have you got your speakers turned up? Are you on loud?
Yep.
I'm proud.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yay.
Me and Lee were just discussing how they got that picture of her on that video.
Is it playing for anyone else?
No.
No.
At least we can see it.
Oh, chippies are on chipperoonies. Chipperoonies. What? What?
Absolutely brilliant. Did I hear some people commenting about it wasn't playing or
It didn't play our side. We couldn't hear it our end.
Didn't play.
We could see it though.
We could see it.
No sound.
you couldn't hear it? That's interesting.
You can see your head bob
Yeah.
popping along.
You have to share audio.
We can hear. Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
your-
Okay. Well, look, you've all got access to it. Play it in your own time. It's a phenomenal video. Those of you that are Power Up would have seen it anyway. But I'm puzzled as to why that didn't come through on the audio.
No. Mark's the whiz, tech whiz.
It was loud at this end. I'll have a play around with it. I'll do a Zoom call on a one-to-one basis with someone else and figure out what the score is with the sound. It's a new MacBook, so maybe I just need to tweak the sound settings. Anyway, it sounded mega from my end.
Yeah.
This is all about the new branding. So I'm going to go from here, shrink this piece down. Turn that down to there, over to here. And for this piece, I want to introduce the lovely Julie Moy, bringing joy to chat about the new brand.
Yeah, so it was discussed that about 80% of the country still do not know who we are. So it seems that our brand has been a bit too, although it's been kind of stylish, it's been a bit too subtle, they reckon. So they're going a bit loud and proud now, I think is the word for it, really, isn't it? To try and show everybody who we are. So that basically the aim is to start conversations on a bit of a warmer note. So when we say to people, have you heard of UW? And they go, no, then instead they're going to say, of course I have. I've seen the bright purple minis and stuff. So they're going to be using their full name rather than UW mainly for the most part. And the new identity is going to be fresh, distinctive, authentic to help us to go big. And together we're going to stand out proud, and it will be easier to spread the word to make the difference. This is all in the video that Tom was just playing. And also we've got a shining new app and a website. You've probably been on there already and seen some of the things. And there's also some piggy little things, little what do you call them? Mascots is the word I'm looking for. So you've got about 5 of them, and they're all sort of for different things. So you've got like Jules for the for me and Julie Page, I say, for the election as a T, and then you've got Meg for the broadband and things. You've got so you can see all the pigs on the website and things. And also if you look in the shop, everything's been rebranded with the brighter purple. And there's also new leaflets, and also the main message is to make sure that you don't use anything with Ben Fogle on it going forwards. You need to make sure it's either got cat on it or not anybody, but so you can't use anything. So they are updating it on the portal. Yes, thanks Barry for the demonstration. And yeah, so they're updating it all on the portal. I've noticed a few things there still haven't been updated, like the magazine's still got Ben on it, so obviously we can't use that at the moment. And also the hoodie. I don't know if Heather's got her hoodie on at the moment. I know she's got a new hoodie, and so that's all the branded, clothing and things, and obviously the purple mini as well. And also, as it's shown on the screen, we've got Kat Deely there as our new brand ambassador, because I think more people know her generally than Ben Fogle was. I think it's just basically it just seems to go more in line with the brand of getting out there a bit more.
Terrific explanation, Julie. Thank you very much. I've been a partner in October, it'll be 17 years. And I've seen, like all successful companies, we've come through seasons. Back towards the beginning, Paul Daniels was involved. We've had Jennifer Saunders, and what was the other lady called? What was her partner?
Joanna. Oh yeah.
No, way before Joanne Lumley.
Dawn
Dawn
French.
French.
That's the one. Dawn French and Joanne and yeah, Jennifer Saunders. We've had Joanne Lumley. We had Sir Terry Wogan. We had some great stuff, and the branding's adjusted all through the period of time as well. And every time the company has made the right decision, they've moved, they've adjusted, and I think for the last 5 years we've been subtle. Since about 2020, since COVID, we've been subtle. We've been under the radar. Now it's about being out. It's about being out there. This, for me, in all of my 17 years, is by far the best branding we've ever had. The minis, the merch, the clothing, the website, the app, and all the updates that have come along with it as well. It's absolutely phenomenal. And whether people know about Ben Fogle or whether people know about Cat Deely, it isn't really that relevant to you and me. Not really. It's about how we talk about them. That's the number one thing. All we can control are our thoughts and our actions. How we talk about this. Pick up the ball and run with it like your life depends upon it. We're in for the best season we've ever had in UW if we pick up the ball and run with it. Julie, thank you. That was sensational. Now we're moving across to Mark Tregenza. So I could have gone through some of these slides while Julie was talking. The presentation, all revamped, all uploaded. The new assets, we can find all that. These slides, I'll ping them across through the Winner Circle group, which can be disseminated out through all of your groups afterwards as well. And then onto the Power Up announcements. Oh, actually, we're going to do it in slide order instead. So to talk about the cars, that's nice and easy. That's one of the people that's closest to ordering a car. That'll be Julie Page.
Yay.
Yeah, hi. I've ordered it already.
Whoa, get
Put it
in
on the
there.
day. Yeah, so they've been on hold for a little while, the cars, the minis, the iconic mini. And that was because they're they're rebranding it. As you can see, it's lovely and purple. And they've made it a little bit more accessible for everybody. So instead of 75 personal customers, you need 50 now. You don't need to be team leader anymore, and an average of £100 residual income for 3 months. So that's making it a bit more accessible and easy for everyone to achieve. And that's wonderful. I can't wait to get mine to be out and about advertising Utility Warehouse.
Thank you, Julie. Would you have any advice for anybody that's maybe just started or even been on the journey for a little while that wants to order a mini?
I would say keep
In
an
terms
eye
of
on
how to
residual.
in terms of how to qualify.
How to qualify. The residual. Keep an eye on your residual. Make sure you're building that up nicely.
And how could they expedite that? How could they speed that up?
Find more customers. Speak to people.
Is there any way we can tweak the compensation plan?
Tweak the conversation.
The compensation plan, the pay
Oh, the
plan.
compensation plan. So I thought you said conversation. Yes, if you look in the compensation plan, how you get paid, you can take either full residual or half customer bonus, and I think it's gone down to 50% now, hasn't it? Residual since Power Up.
They've extended that. So the 50-50 offer. So you can take full customer bonus and then delayed residual, or you can take no customer bonus and 100% residual. That's the fastest way to build your residual income. Or right now, and when it has been up until Power Up, you could go on 50-50. So you can get 50% upfront bonus and 50% passive, but actually the offer is we're going to get full residual. That's still in place now. So that's continuing.
I didn't hear that. That's great.
So if you go on the full residual or the 50-50, you're going to build your residual income quicker than ever and get out there and qualify for the mini quicker than ever. And in terms of the delay, this wasn't just about rebranding. It was about much more than that. It was about because the company are essentially a lender. They're lending money. And so you got to meet all sorts of criteria, not just for the FCA, but other stuff. That was more about what it was about being a responsible lender. So that's really important to the company to make sure that whatever we do with all of our services and products, that we meet the criteria, we don't fall over and get in trouble in any way, shape, at all. The same with the mobile phone handsets, by the way, folks. That's also essentially the company being a lender because it's a brand new product that people are paying for, they're paying back. So that's the same reason why that's been on hold, but that's coming very soon too. Thank you, Julie Page. Fiber, over to Mark Tregenza.
Yeah, so this was an interesting addition because we've always been around or about, but never never the cheapest overall. So the gist of this is that they've upped well, they kept all the best bits, but they made it even cheaper, and in fact, the cheapest in the UK. So it's the country's best broadband deal. It was 28 quid for 100. Now it's just 23.95 for 150. There is no 100 anymore. It was 28 for the 500 megabits per second, and now it's just 30 quid and 40 for the 900 down to 35. So they reduced those by 5 quid each. And moving away from the 100, times move on. So the expectation rises. The entry point is as we all know, most people go for the 100, generally speaking, unless they're gamers. So it's a new standard. We can beat in price and in speed a lot of other providers, and it does knock all the other big names out on price. Only 23.95. I know it's only a few pence compared to some, but it is cheaper across the board. And the interesting thing there is the switch to a 24-month contract, and we have started going in line with the rest with a £4 increase per year every April. And there is another provider that only increases 350, but because we're so much cheaper than Vodafone, who only do 350 a year, we're cheaper year 1, year 2, and year 3 anyway. So what kind of confidence does that give you? It's really, really good to be able to go out there and say, because this is the thing, isn't it? Modern life without broadband, can you imagine it? Nobody can. So before, the nervousness will be going into an appointment where, wonder about the broadband, because they're going to be worried about that, working from home and all the rest of it. Ever since COVID, now not to worry. You could lead with it if you want. If that's the most important thing to them, what's most important to you? They say broadband, go with it. What else to say on this?
Before I ask you to add to that, Mark,
yeah,
I'm gonna just put a little bit more of an explanation around the pricing.
Go on.
Before this change, moving in line with everybody else and having the incremental increases, UW would hold the price and have no price rises whatsoever through the whole course of that 18-month contract. And then at the end, there'd be a jump up. But over the course of the 18 months, they've been cheaper than everybody else by a country mile. It's only because the other companies incrementally increased their price. When it got to the end of the contract, it was only going up by a little bit. And so those other companies kept hold of their customers. Over the period of time, UW was much cheaper, much, much cheaper. So one of the things this is going to do, these small incremental price rises, bringing them in line with the rest of the industry, is when it gets to the end of the contract, they're going to be much more likely to stay. Plus, there'll be a loyalty offer of a discounted price to stay as well. So this is music to my ears. It's absolutely phenomenal. So Mark, in terms of all of us, in terms of our posture when we're out there speaking to people, how should this make us feel?
Bulletproof. Yeah, it's a case of we've still got all the other things we can say. There's nothing they've taken away that we wanted. We've just got more. And it's certainly true of the broadband. The other thing that we've got, of course, is the VoIP coming. Everyone's bane of everyone's life trying to set up a third-party provider. Don't know if you've ever tried it. It's not the easiest thing to do. But now, getting VoIP from 18th of May, I think it is. That's even better as well. There's less hassle for the customer. We can still say bundle everything together with one provider rather than have a VoIP phone or the phone shop or whatever involved. Who've been great partners to us and have helped our customers, of course, and not putting them down. But it's just cleaner and simpler.
Definitely.
We've also got the 6 months with City Fibre. I know that down here in Cornwall, it's not so much, but of course around the country, it's nice to be able to say to people where are your relatives and that kind of thing. And obviously, the many people on this call that do live in a City Fibre area, fantastic. Made a few trips to Plymouth to try and get some more customers as well. And fibre to the cabinet, 36 megabits per second is still 26. 63 megabits per second fibre to the cabinet is 30. Standard, only 11 megabits per second in those particularly rural areas, unfortunately, is 30 quid. But of course, more and more areas are getting fibre every day.
What can
And
if you could
you
just
can
do a
register on the
one-liner?
Ofcom. Just to say, you can get the customers registered on the Ofcom website, so they get notified when fibre becomes available, and we can then obviously prompt them to upgrade. Carry on, Tom. Sorry.
Magic. You lost me 30 seconds ago. Anyway, so if there was a one-liner that people could use and say whenever they're out there speaking to people, either people they know, complete strangers, to introduce this broadband offer, what can they say?
Well, there's something else I use quite often. It's the most reliable broadband and the cheapest broadband in the UK. How does that feel for you? How does that make you feel even?
Electric.
Because there was a survey, the ISP review. I know it's like about a year ago now, but the ISP review survey puts Utility Warehouse as the most reliable broadband in the country. And 1 year old, it's only going to get better in it, not worse. So I'll put that link in the chat in case anyone hadn't seen that.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Any questions? Nope. Cool.
If I can show you how to get the fastest broadband in the UK for the cheapest price, is it worth us having a conversation?
Yeah.
Bang. Plenty of smoke, straight down the middle. Bang. Knockout. Knockout. Get excited, folks. Get excited. Speak to as many people as you can. If I can show you over the fastest broadband for the lowest price in the UK, is it worth us having a chat? Yes, let's talk. Okay. Next. Thank you, Mark. That was magnificent. Mobile. I do believe we've got Scott Smith to talk about this.
Oh yeah. So our new mobile deal is the £23, well not new, but we've had the £23 SIM going for a while now. But the new structure where we used to do 1 plus 3. So we'd have one lead SIM at £23, and then we'd have 3 SIMs at £10 each. After 6 months, free for the first 6 months. Well, now we've increased that to 4 SIMs. So we have the one lead SIM at £23, and then we have the 4 SIMs free for 6 months, and then £10 a month after that. So a family of 5 now can get top of the range data for £23 a month, which works out to be £4.60 per person in that family, which is what the price of a cup of coffee, roughly these days. Yeah, a cup of coffee, £4.60. The only downside to it at the minute, I don't know if it's changed yet, but it's not on the sign-up journey for the customer at the moment. So when you do the sign-up and when you add in the customers, the customer has to email to coprelive, COPRELIVE, at uw.co.uk. They have to put their account number in. They have to put their name in, the account number, the email that they've just signed up to use the account. And basically, all they got to do is write an email to say, please add a multi-unlimited data SIM to my account. And then they will get a confirmation back from Utilities Warehouse to say, yep, it's been ordered. And basically, that's the new SIM the new package that we're bringing out for the SIMs. So a family of 5, basically £4.60 a month.
What? Well, where is it? You threw upstairs yesterday, didn't you? You threw it up to Finley, didn't you?
Bear with me, folks. Okay. Carry on.
So basically, you're getting 6 months on Utilities Warehouse for those SIM cards, which an average family, if you work out a SIM card, say £25, that's £125 a month that you're giving back to the customer. What's that? Near enough a week shopping. 150, 125 to 150 is a week shopping, maybe. So you're giving them a week shopping back a month, the way I look at it.
But multiply that by 12. What's that figure, roughly? Ballpark.
1,500.
Exactly, Barry. That's about £1,500 a year.
Yeah,
Over the next 10 years, that's 15 grand.
Yeah.
You're giving them that back every month for the first 6 months.
That's magic. So, to help everybody on the call and anybody who watched the recording, a one-liner, either Scott or anybody else come forward and just, how can people introduce this in the street with their friends, at work, on the bus, wherever it might be? What would you say? What could you say?
Do you want a week shopping on me?
Nice.
You know, it doesn't really matter. If you say it with excitement and enthusiasm, you're going to start a conversation. That's the most important piece. What else could you say?
Do you want a week shopping? Do you want the cheapest broadband? And while I'm at it, do you want the cheapest electric?
Nice. I was thinking just about the mobile piece, but whichever way you want to go, whichever bit excites you most, use it. The bit you're most passionate about. But in terms of the mobile, again, yeah, if I could show you how to get the best mobile phone package with for the cheapest prices, it worth us having a conversation. Nice and simple. Keep it simple. I love it, Scott. Thank you. This is for your first time on the call as a key speaker, if you like, introducing this. Thank you, mate. Outstanding job. Onwards. Cashback. We have got the marvelous Helen Green, the queen of cashback, Helen Green. Are you there, Helen? She was there.
On mute.
Unmute Helen.
Just waffled on then for a minute.
There we go. Now you're unmuted.
Sorry, my daughter came in, so I muted myself. So yeah, we've all been asking for this for a while, haven't we? Just so that it just takes that ick away of, are you a homeowner? Skirting past the page. Typically, I've had all homeowners since Power Up, so I've not had the full benefit of offering this out yet. But amazing that we get up to £150 for everybody. So it just takes away that ick feeling of discrimination. I feel like everyone should have it all the time, but I see why they did it. You're staring at me, Tom, and you're scaring me a little bit.
I'm staring at the bloody screen, Helen Green. Everything rhymes with green. Cashback queen, Helen Green. I'm staring at the screen. Listen, everything's about mindset.
Yeah.
Nothing's discrimination. It's not. It's all been purely business up until this point.
Yes.
You know, one person that doesn't pay their bills wipes out 100 people that do. So it's just economics.
Yeah.
The national statistics, when you study the national statistics, 90% of the debt that comes from utilities comes from tenants. As I put in my video that I shared last week, a couple of days ago, they were great tenants. I've been a tenant for 2.5 years. When I sold my house, couldn't find what I was looking for, so I've been renting for 2.5 years. My nan was a tenant for 70 years, never missed a. She used to queue up at the council thing with a little book and pay cash. There's some great tenants out there, but unfortunately, the majority let the side down. So it's just economics. There's some homeowners out there that don't pay the bloody bills as well. So you know, it's just one of those things. However, like you said, this fills us with confidence and raises our posture to just have a conversation with everybody, knowing that you're not going to have that. What did you describe it as? Ick. You're not going to have that piece. So you can have the conversation with everybody. The reality is the majority of the people you're going to end up with are going to be homeowners anyway, but you haven't got to worry about having to explain. So yeah, more conversations, more customers, more achievers points, more incentives, more minis, more partners, bigger business, more income, more residual, more holidays, more smiles all round.
Whoop, whoop.
Tick.
Tom's put in the chat. What I just missed it. It flashed off. What did it say? A different Tom, not you.
Can someone read out the chat?
What's free with the cashback card?
What's free with the cashback card?
Yeah, it says 3 months free. I got
Oh, yeah.
£3.
So it's £3 a month normally, but is that since Amplify that they did free, or was it before Amplify? So it's free for 3 months.
It's been for some time,
Free for
yeah.
3 months.
So for the first 3 months,
And
there's no cost, so that people can try it for 90 days. They can try it for 3 months. If they like it, keep it. If they don't, they can get rid of it. But the reality is, all of our customers that use the cashback card, they never leave. They never stop using it. It's paying for their broadband becoming free, their mobiles become free, or a big chunk of the gas electric becomes free. For some people like Heather, it works out £100 a month in cashback, whatever it might be. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Good question, Tom. It's about the first 3 months being free. Jeremy Harrodens, you got your hand raised as well.
Yeah, I heard a conversation with Justin Bizzino about the cashback and for tenants, and while it is amazing, it has been aired, and I think Wes has said it on a couple of his WhatsApp groups that they
Yeah.
shouldn't be targeted. If numbers are seen to be increasing for tenants outside their normal activity, it will be withdrawn before the final date. So I thought I better. I think that's important that that is known.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Also, can I just say as well on that note, it's the same sort of thing, but it's also you're not allowed to put it on social media. You can't advertise on social media that we can give tenants £150 back. This is Robin's thing. He's writing all everywhere that they're going to take that away if people start putting it on social media. So we can't announce it on there, but we can obviously do it in conversation. That's all.
You can say that we offer the cash back.
Yeah, not for
But
tenants. Yeah.
just don't say who it's for. You can say everybody. That's easy. Job done.
Yeah.
Everybody gets it. So what it does is just fills us with confidence. We can have the conversation with absolutely everybody we speak to, everybody we know, everybody can qualify for it. But the way our modus operandi is the best customers for all of us, for the company, for us as individuals, are always going to be homeowners. But yeah, of course, speak to your granny if she's a tenant. Speak to your best friend if they're a tenant. It doesn't mean don't speak to tenants. The way the whole compensation plan is engineered is that you need to keep your tenancy percentage below a certain level. Even before this stuff was introduced, my tenancy percentage is 8.23. I'll screenshot it. I'll share it with you all. So only about 8.23% over 17 years in the business. That's not because I targeted particularly. It's just that's how it's worked out. Anyways, thank you, Julie. Cracking job. Sorry, Helen. Helen Green, cashback queen of the screen. In-app quoting. My apologies, or not my apologies. Nobody volunteered to do this one. I don't even think I put it on the list, so my apologies.
He didn't.
In-app quoting. Is there anybody, team leader or above, on the call that hasn't volunteered to do something that would like to quickly run through in-app quoting? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I can do it if you like.
No, Mark Trigenza, you are magic. Go
Magic
for it.
Mark. There you go. So in-app quoting is fantastic because you can actually get it done there and then. Sorry? Okay, so this is something that I did do one at a 20K stand with somebody quickly, but this is better now. This is even slicker. I did it on the old system. It's so quick and easy on the app. But the thing is, what you do, you go into the actual partner app, and you can go to your links with a little burger menu bottom right on an Android. I don't know what it is on an iPhone, and select, get a quote. Let me double check what it's worded. Let's have a look here. We should all do it actually. If you go to your app right now, and then oh yeah, sorry, it's on the front screen now. You get a quote. No need to log in, and profile data will automatically be added for you. So the idea is to put a profile in. Why not do it by the 20K form? And then when you click get a quote, the profile will actually be selectable. And once you select a profile, it asks you all the same thing. So are they a homeowner? And it comes up straight away with the quote section. My phone's a bit slow at the moment. And you can top right of the screen, actually save it to the profile. So each individual quote will be selectable, saved, and then selectable in future to get them. So you could save multiple combinations. If somebody thinks, oh, I'm not sure if I want 900 or 500 or 150, I'm not sure how many sims, save them. And you can actually save and then send multiple quotes. And when they come back to you, boom, go straight into your app. That's the one I want. Go straight to it and then sign them up. It is very, very convenient. It's lovely the way it's been laid out. And in itself, it does inspire confidence, I think. This is the future, I think. I feel that more and more, it's already been proven to be the most effective way, and more and more people are just using their phones. And also, I did a quote the other night, just on my phone. My laptop was sat here. She was on her phone. I wanted to see what she saw, and I wanted to practice. So I'm doing more and more on my phone. You don't even need a laptop these days because that's the quick, easy way for people to do it. It's all about speed. It really is. It can be done so quickly this way, and multiple quotes can be sent.
Brilliant explanation, Mark.
Just a bit, yeah.
That's fantastic, Mark. Thank you. Great explanation. Does anybody have any questions on in-app quoting while we're here?
Do you know if the numbers of quotes add up and stay with a little number on top? I've got one quote in, so I know.
I'll tell you now.
One. Have you got more than one there?
Hang on a sec. I mean, I've got two quotes, 2 or 3 quotes on one. Yeah, is that what you're asking?
Come up with 2 or 3 on the top of the round.
Oh, the numbers.
Yeah, just an extra dimension that they might be working on. I know.
I think that the most recent is at the top. I'll just double check that.
Yeah, that's likely.
I kind of weirdly know the answer to this question because I was chatting to Richard on the stand on Sunday. So it will only save 2 quotes. It will always drop the third one off.
Oh, right.
Oh,
okay.
right.
So
it'll only ever hold because otherwise the system will just crash.
Yeah. Good to know, Tom. Thanks.
So it only holds 2 quotes. So you can do you can do a quote and amend it as much as you want.
Yeah.
And then save it. And those 2 quotes will go. If you amend and save the next one, that third one will drop off.
Perfect.
It's got the date at the top, Barry. The dates are always at the top, so you know what you've done when.
Yeah.
Yeah, but your most recent's always the top one.
Yeah.
What I've been doing, I've been putting in the notes the date that I did the quote on it. Underneath, you can put in notes. You put the date in of the day that you're doing the quote.
Nice. And then for everybody on the call, the quote's great. The fortune's in the follow-up. Once you got those quotes in there, you might have left the customer with a bit of urgency, bearing in mind these deals, they disappear. So while these prices are as good as they are, and while we're in the middle of the summer and the price at the lowest, let's make sure we make the most of it. How soon before you make a decision? I'll get back in. If I don't hear from you by Wednesday, I'll get back in touch. If you don't hear from them, follow up. Be politely persistent.
Yeah.
As Eunice Gray says, be politely persistent. You're doing them a favor because if they wait another month, another 2 months, price are going to continue to go up. Magic. Thank you for stepping up again, Mark, and thanks for your addition as well, Tom Bassett. Superb.
Yeah.
Over to brand new senior group leader, Heather Cox.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Good. So holidays, my favourite bit. So there's 4 holidays. We've got Centre Parks, which is great, and you get spending money. Antalya, which obviously is Turkey, is the family one, which is for 2 adults and 2 kids. And then we've got Berlin, which is for adults. And then we've got Jamaica, which is also for adults. So Berlin is a mini achiever retreat, and Jamaica is the biggie. So I've got my sticker chart here. And these are normally free on the shop. When you place an order, you'll normally see these on there. So anybody who places an order, just get one each time, because then if you've already got one, bring any spares along to the buzz, because they're always nice for any new people that come along to give them a sticker chart. So obviously same criteria as before. You need 125 points for the Big Achiever Retreat, and you need your 3 QD stars, or you need 60 points for the shorter break. The beauty of this is we get extra time to do it. So last time it started from the 1st of May. So it started now from Power Up. I do think the tracker might not be on the front page of the portal because they want to keep it hidden, so that we can go in and look at it. But what they've said is a lot of people fall out of the holiday. And rather than, some people fall out of it and think, oh, what's the point now? But actually, it's not about that. You're building your business. You know, if you put on enough customers in the next year, you could pay for a holiday as well. So don't be disheartened if you fall out of the actual holiday incentive. You do need to do your 4 lifeboat points. Okay. So what that means is you're allowed 2 months between now and the end of January where you don't need to get the 4 points. April doesn't count. You've got that as a freebie. So that doesn't count for your lifebouts, but the points start now. So that is a bonus. We didn't have that last year. So your lifebout points start from the 1st of May. As a tip, like I've had 7 of these holidays for the last 7 years, always front load your month. Okay. Try and get your appointments in the very first week in your diary, because we've all had those appointments that postpone, cancel, the cat's sick, you know, you're sick, whatever, and people postpone because they don't realize the importance for us in trying to get them in that calendar month. So if you book them in the first week, then you've got 3 weeks should they need to rebook to try and get them rebooked back in. For anybody doing the go-go challenge, obviously you're going to be going out there trying to get as many customers as you can. That's brilliant because you want to try and do that so you get all of your extra customers that we'll talk about in a minute. But what that also means for you is that you might get closer to the 400 plus. Now, if you get to 400 plus, you don't have to get the criteria for the QDs and the QD stars. So you get a different allowance where for the retreat, the small retreat, I've got to go and check my email here in a minute because I can't remember. I only got the email yesterday. Bear with me. I had it on the screen.
400 customers.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you get 400 customers, you don't need to do the QDs and the QD stars. So if you've got the go-go challenge and you're putting on all those extra customers, you could very likely get up to 400 plus. You've got to be 400 plus by the end of January, and you have to sustain 400 until the 31st of March. Okay, so if you do that, you have to get 75 achiever points for the mini achiever retreat, and you need 160 points for the big holiday, but you don't need QD stars. So that's just an extra perk. If if you're a big customer gatherer rather than a team builder, you can do that, but you have to maintain your 400 plus status. What I would say is go for both, because then if you've got your QD stars and you get those extra points, you've definitely got a holiday. So you don't have to worry if one drops off or a QD star drops off or you don't quite get one, but you've got the points. Aim for both. If if you're up in your 300 plus clubs, aim for both. And then the holiday's yours. And a brilliant thing to go out and talk about, start having conversations, start talking as if this holiday is yours, because it is yours. You've been allocated it, okay? You've been given this holiday. As of now, we all have this holiday given to us. What we need to do, and I say it every year, is you need to do the activity to keep hold of it. Don't let it slide away, because, it's a 10 grand holiday. You've been awarded that. And it's up to you to just keep hold of it by doing the activity. But think in your mind that this holiday is yours. Start believing that you're going. Start planning for it. Start talking about it with friends and say, look, I've got 2 holidays I can choose from. And just debating, should I go to Turkey as a family one, or should I go to Jamaica? Has anybody ever been to either places? Because if they've been to Turkey and they've absolutely loved it, talk about it, because chances are they might want to be a partner and join you and come with you. If they've always dreamed of going to Jamaica, talk about it. Say, look, it's a brilliant destination. I can help you get that. So just drop it into conversation, but talk like you're going. Helen Green will tell you about this. She set her sights on going from Amplify last year, and she qualified for it from Amplify to January. She never once said, I'm working towards it. She said, I am going to Cyprus. I've told my kids and we're going, and that's that. And she honestly talked about it, like it was hers, and she achieved it. So it's like Tom said, it's mindset.
That's a top tip. I remember Charles Wigger saying this for the first time in 2012. Go home, tell your kids. Be accountable to your kids, because sometimes you need to do a couple of extra appointments. You might be working a bit late, or you've got the kids involved. They're going to be waiting for you. You're going to get back in with the stickers. They were like, Mum, Dad, get out the door, get those bloody stickers filled in. We've got a holiday to go to. Involve the kids in it. Tell them. If you keep hold of the holiday, I'll rephrase that. When you keep hold of the holiday, fantastic. If for some reason circumstances mean you don't, you've grown your business anyway. I'm going to refer back to what Heather was saying about the 400 plus club. Right now, probably over the next 12 months, there's a smaller percentage of the group that will apply to. For everybody else, let me ask you a question, actually. For some of the holiday qualifiers, Heather, would you have got to senior group leader without helping some people get to QD Star?
Absolutely not.
So that, yeah, for most people on the call, the QD Stars are key. It's there as part of the holiday criteria, but it's the basis of our business. You know, we gather, we introduce partners, we support them, we help them to get to QD, QD Star, Senior QD, FTL, TL, and Independence. And a word that Steve Critzy used on Sunday, which I loved, was interdependent team members. Did anyone else catch that? Not dependent or not independent, but interdependent. I love that. So we need each other from time to time. That's fabulous. But yes, criteria, holiday, great explanation, Heather. And my favorite part is, this is yours. The company have given it to you. The only way you can lose it is by not doing the activity. So let's all go out there and qualify. We talked about this on the Friday night having a meal and the Saturday night having a meal. We were all sat around, weren't we? And said, picture all the people in this room now on the next holiday together. That's where we're going, folks. Right. Next. Go and double go. Barry Richardson, over to you, my friend.
That'll be me. What a fantastic little incentive this is. So all the people that were power up, and there's plenty on the call, you've got a double go, which is amazing. So the company have been extremely generous with what they're providing us the opportunity to get. Now, these are customers that have gone direct to head office, and they're available to give back to us. And I'll go through the detail about that of each customer and what they mean to you in a second. But basically, those who are at Power Up, we've got until the end of April to get as many customers as we can, and then they will double the amount of customers that we can. So you can see on the little screen there, if you can't, I'll just read it out. So obviously it's a doubling up, but you add it, don't forget to add in the original customer you got. So if you've got one customer, then you'd get 2 given to you. That would make a total of 3. And 5 and 10 would make a total of 15. And 20 and 40 would make a total of 60 customers. Unbelievable. But it's happening. And the important thing is with the go-go's, not only does that qualify you for extra numbers in your team, it gets you through any particular sections and promotions that you're going for in terms of plus clubs, and it could get enough customers for you, or it will do, for certainly with the doubling up for the first section. If you went to Power Up, you'll get closer to your own targets on the promotion ladder, and that is just phenomenal. And so that continues. You'll get your extra customers in May, and you'll get paid your residual income in May as well, at the end of May, 21st of May. So that's pretty good. If you didn't go to Power Up, then make sure, and I'm going to get a bit teacherish here, this gentleman who leads this call every year talks about events being powerful. And people honestly and rightly say, not sure I can afford it. However, it's not cheap to go to Power Up in Telford, but you don't have to lose a lot of money these days. If you are an active person in this business and serious about this business, you are now getting benefits financially by getting more customers and growing your business in residual income. And therefore, I did a quick sum. It's probably wrong because I was a PE teacher, but it's worth about in if you get 5 customers, you could be every month. That is obviously you could be earning in residual income on top of all the other stuff an extra £1,270. Now that's way more than I spent at the weekend by about £5. No, that's a joke. That's way more than I spent at the weekend getting inspired and wired and fired in this amazing business. So that's the round one. Ding, ding. End of round one. End of April. End of May for payments. Round two is everyone's in. So after that time, you will get an extra customer for every customer you sign up. And that again is worth a lot of money residually, plus clubs, showing the way for your team if you're a leader, and just doing the do. But guess what's coming? You must attend Amplify. So the good news was at the weekend was that most people that attended Power Up already booked their ticket for Amplify. Tom put out a post the other day. I think there's already about 50 in there. Tom, is that right?
34, 35 people in the team have booked so far.
Yeah, I put on that. So there's about 50 booked already. So don't lose your ticket. If you haven't booked and you're at Power Up, get booked because you won't get your bonuses for this round two of the Go-Go. It's brilliant. Absolutely beautiful. Couple of worries that people have said to me, or questions in my team about will it count towards incentives? No. Will it count towards just your customer bonus and your residual income? I beg your pardon, just your residual income and your numbers. Here's where it does count though. There was a query about what happens if you get a partner first, and does that customer that's linked to that partner count? And we were all on the T's and C's. Don't read them because it says no, it doesn't count. I've had it confirmed by Lord Justin, and Lord Justin today said just recruit and sign up customers. Keep a note of who came first. If you've got, for example, I know 2 of the team signed up partners on Friday before Power Up, and were worried about whether they'd win again or not with the double go-go. And it's just been clarified by Justin on Ask Me Anything this afternoon. So that's really good. I'm even more generous because in the end, it's going to cost them more money to do it that way round. But unknowingly, people put partners in first. And when you build in your team, that's often the right way to do it. Okay. So I think that my advice would be go out and get as many customers as you can, even if you're not counted in the round one benefits and double go-goes, because you're building up your team anyway. It's the same principle as the holiday. Just phenomenal. I absolutely love this. And it's the second or third event that it's happened if you're at the event.
Thank you, Barry.
Okay.
Great explanation. Superb. Anybody have any questions on the Go-Go?
I've got a question, please.
Go for it, Becky.
Is it right then that you've got to get a customer in the April part of it to qualify for the rest of it?
Correct.
Yep, that's fine. So if nobody gets a customer in April part of it, they don't qualify for double then after that.
Tighten our bootstraps. Let's go, folks. Let's go.
Get moving.
I don't want to steal Lee's thunder because she's going to cover Amplify in a second, but I just want to add some stuff around this. Way before there were any incentives for being at the events, the company's successful partners became successful by attending the events. They didn't start going to the events once they became successful. Attending the events changes absolutely everything. And Lee's going to come on and talk about this stuff in a second. A couple of people have mentioned over the last week or so that group leaders and senior group leaders, there's now a new incentive where the company gives the top 10 a bit of a bonus. Heather qualified for it last year, and she spent that bonus on running trainings for the team. Leaders would do exactly the same thing. Here's the real winners. the real winners in all of this are the people you encourage to attend the big events that otherwise wouldn't have gone on their own steam. Because when they get there, that's when everything changes. They have a light bulb moment, a penny drop moment. It goes from their heads to their hearts. We're going to hear an explanation of this and a good example of this in a second when Lee covers Amplify. In fact, let's skip the next section and go straight over to Lee Adewale. Soul Sister Lee, over to you.
Hello everyone. Yeah, well, where is it Amplify? Let's start with that. Amplify will be in Birmingham at the BP, let's have a look, get the address right, BP Pulse Live Venue, NEC, the NEC. So why go to Amplify? Amplify, any of the events, I'll just say any of the events are basically lighting your fire, keeping your fire stoked so that you can keep your business going. That's where you get reignited, that's where you get recharged. And when you bring other people with you, they see the same thing that you are seeing as well. And they become on fire. Not only that, you've realised if you don't go, you're going to miss out. You're just going to miss out. So we've seen from Power Up how this is building our business even further. There's the stories, there's the testimonies, there's the camaraderie, look, seeing what other people are doing. And it's just wonderful to see. I've been going for years now. I struggled to go initially because of the weddings that kept being booked in ahead. But I've realised now they're doing the dates. As soon as you go, you get them in your diary. I've watched Tom's team absolutely blossom from the time that I joined to looking at the photos year after year after year. People that are coming on board to bring financial freedom to their own lives is absolutely amazing. And standing up in that auditorium and seeing all the people that, like me, have just been in it, keeping going against all the odds, you realise that you do need to do it. There's victory in this business. I just want to share, I don't know if Tom is able, for the first time I've managed to get some of my team to go, and this is what Chris was going to more or less stop. He pressed pause on the business. I would say that his fire went out. He got to QD Star, his fire went out, but he came to Power Up and he decided to send me this video.
Now then, bearing in mind how the audio went thing earlier, I've got another idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it on a different device. Let's see if this works. Go from here to here to here to Leonard to this video.
Hi everyone, my name's Chris. I live in Falmouth. I wanted to just come on and tell you about my experience at Power Up Telford.
Could you hear that sound? I'm going to play it louder, but could you? Let's do it this way then. Okay. And I'm going to put it right up to the screen. Let me do stop share for 1 second. Stop share.
Hi everyone, my name's Chris. I live in Falmouth. I wanted to just come on and tell you about my experience at Power Up Telford. I joined UW as a partner last December, qualified within four weeks for a QW, lost my way a little bit, didn't understand the message, went to Telford, boy did I get the message. People helping people, changed my attitude totally to UW and what the message and what the vision and the plan is all about. If you haven't attended one, I highly recommend you go along, attend, and it will transform you and the way you run your business.
Boom. Look at that. Absolutely superb. Back to screen share. That was the amplified piece. Come back from there. As Lee said, BP Pulse Arena and the NEC, Birmingham NEC. Lee, do you have anything else to add?
Oh, clearly we're at the NEC because the business has grown. UW has powered on literally, and they can't fit us in all the other venues, which is absolutely fantastic. So it's a witness just having it at the NEC. is a testament to where this business is going.
Superb. I can see Barry's got his hand up. There's one final thing I'm going to add is Lee touched on it as well, is that every year it's human nature to think, well, I'll book my ticket when when I know I can get time off work, or I'll book my ticket when I know where I'm going to stay, or I'll book my ticket when I know how I'm going to get there, or I'll book my ticket when I know I've got the dog booked into the kennels, or I'll book my ticket when who knows what other whens there are. But people are looking to try and maybe sometimes get all their ducks in a row. What I see year after year after year, including for Power Up that we've just had, is when people get all their ducks in a row and they try and book the ticket, they are all gone. There's no tickets left, and therefore they miss out. So my best advice to everybody every single year is the minute they're released, just book your tickets. And then what tends to happen is all those other things fall into place. Your decision making falls into place, and by the time the event comes around, transport sorted, covers sorted, car share sorted, hotel sorted, whatever it might be, whether you're staying or whether you're just going back and forth on one day, all those things fall into place. If for whatever reason, a week before the event, you can't go, cancel your ticket, you're going to get your money back. And here's my guarantee, my personal guarantee, which I've given to everybody since day one, and it applies to every event, including Amplify that's coming up. If you go to that big event and you feel you did not get value for money, give me a call, come and see me in person, whatever you like, and I'll personally give you your ticket fee back out of my own pocket, because I know that everybody that goes gets massive value. Thank you, Lee. Another terrific contribution. I'm going to scan back one screen. There is a webinar on the partner portal if you want a refresher. Go on, book. There was one running at 12 o'clock today. I think there's one running at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. They're alternating. You can book on the webinar. Power Up, Unpacked, Unwrapped, whatever, Unpacked, and it'll go through all those details again. The single best way to learn is to take action. Go do some appointments. It might be fresh, it might be new, but you're going to learn along the way. I'm going to scroll back to here, make sure I haven't missed anything. Ask me. Yep, that's all out there for people to go and use, explore. I think something like 900,000 questions have been asked, saving 14 million years of people's time, whatever the example that Jem Greer gave on the stage at Power Up. Use it. It's phenomenal. Before I close, I'm going to throw this open now. It's 3 minutes past 9, but let's have 2 minutes. Has anybody got any burning questions? Anybody got anything they'd like answered? Maybe something that's holding you back? Open floor. What have you got?
How many Harry Styles tickets do I get for a £23 sim?
Well, bearing in mind they're worth about £1.20 each, you can have as many as you like. I'm joking. I have no clue. How much is it to phone Taiwan on a Saturday evening? I have no idea. So, any serious questions? Business building questions?
That is a serious question. I want to go
What?
to Harry Styles. That is a serious question. What?
I have no idea. I'm looking at the T's and C's. I have no idea. Great question. I have no idea. Barry, you got a question?
Yeah, it wasn't a question. I forgot to say that don't forget for the go-go's, it's homeowners and tenants qualify. So I know we've talked about that earlier on. Everyone qualifies.
That's cool.
When you sign up a customer.
Yeah, superb. Okay, if there's no questions. This weekend, Power Up 2026, it wasn't just another event. Power Up 2026 was a line in the sand. The company has spoken. The vision is clearer than ever before. The tools have got so much better. And the timing, in terms of where the world is, where the economy is, where our country is right now, the timing is ridiculous. But here's the truth. None of it matters if we don't take any action. None of it matters if we don't move. Because the difference between the people that will be on the stage at Amplify and the people that will be on the stage at the next Power Up is a decision. A decision to stay consistent, a decision to stop dabbling, a decision to really start building your business. Because this is our moment, folks. This is our time. This is our time. Not next month, not when it's convenient, not when everything's perfect with all the ducks in a row, but now. So right now, my challenge to every single one of you is from now, let's all raise our standards, raise our activity, raise our belief levels, and build something that's so flipping powerful that a year from now, every single person in the network is going to say, what the hell happened to that team? What the hell happened to that team? Because we are all, every single one of us, not just Heather Cox, going to the top. Which top?
The very top.
That's the one. Right. Signing out for now, folks. I'll see you all at the top. Any questions, get in touch with your upline, your sponsor. If you can't get hold of them, reach out to me, the WhatsApp groups, the Facebook groups, all that stuff. Let's go. This is our time. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.
Good
Thank you,
night.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, how do you leave?
Some people don't want to leave. Mark's staying to the bitter end.
Just want to see who's last.